And await no longer, greatness has arrived. Welcome to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I am your host, Joseph, and it is here on this very podcast where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. And this might be the greatest podcast yet, this greatest episode yet. We have just got done. These are our guttural reactions to the PlayStation 5 showcase event. It was teased on Saturday. We have it here now, September the 16th. If you're in the future, hi, nice to meet you. It was an exciting time. With all that said, though, if you like what you hear, you could give us a 5-star review over at Apple Podcasts. And if you really, really like us, you could drop us a buck our way over at patreon.com/badbit. But with all that said, and with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host who is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
Oh man, I'm just a bundle of joy right now. It is. I'm so happy,
dude. I'm happy to finally get it off like the chest of what the price is.
That is the biggest 5. Weight has lifted off my shoulders, probably your shoulders. We can stop talking about and predicting the date and the price. It's finally out there. 2 months away before we get our hands on this thing. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and so we now know the date. We now know the prices of these consoles. We've seen gameplay from the PlayStation 5 or PC versions that would represent PlayStation 5 gameplay coming out of games like Final Fantasy 16. And right now, as we're recording the show, I am doing some deep investigative work because a travesty has just been made. We don't know the official release date for Demon's Souls. I'm getting down to the bottom of this as we speak. But Kyle,
Jeff Keighley jumped the gun. He said it was launch.
Like he always did. That real son of a bitch. I'm checking. There's no date on the PlayStation blog. Yeah, there's no date.
It is also coming to PC. Demon's Souls.
Yeah, which
at
is
some point
a betrayal of or exclusive whatever nonsense.
Betrayal of on high from on high.
Kyle, listen, before we start squaring up the news, we break down each and every one of these games. Again, this is our reaction. We're right now recording it live on twitch.tv/PS Trophy Room. So right now, we got the hype pumping through our veins here. Before we break down everything though, what was your expectations walking in on this event? What are your thoughts walking out of the event?
Walking in, my expectations were to show some big stuff. I was expecting them to update a lot of the indie stuff that we saw that is also launch. And walking out, I was so wrong. I mean, we got big stuff, nonstop big stuff, but this was not a showcase for indies whatsoever. Like, no Bugsnax, no Jet the Far Shore, no Little Devil Inside, all of which I think were launch window holiday 2020 stuff, which you will also hopefully be able to play on launch day. But none of that really. The most indie thing there was Oddworld, and even Oddworld is a huge name in video game history.
Yeah.
Huge name, take a step back. But like, there are multiple entries in Oddworld franchise. So it is a known thing.
And honestly, it felt odd it being there because of how many big titles there were. I kind of felt like that kind of took me out a little bit. That said though, walking into this event, my anxiety's at a high because we can walk into this event and there's a question. Is Sony arrogant Sony or is Sony the competitive Sony? Right? Like, what are we getting here? Because we've seen them go from highs of the PS2 era down and crash really low, get humbled with the PlayStation 3 era or the PlayStation 3 launch. Are they going to launch expensive? How expensive are these consoles going to be? Those are my thoughts walking in. You know, I know if I see Miles, I'm going to get that day one, right? Like, I know if I see Demon's Souls, I'm going to get that day one, but like, what Sony are we the consumers, what can we expect from them? And so I walk out really, and this is why I'm so like, I'm not over the moon excited. I'm very relieved right now that we've gotten a Sony that it seems like is competitive Sony, is an arrogant Sony. It is a Sony that understands that though they have the market right now, they could lose the next generation if they're not smart about it. So I'm coming in, walking out. I'm pretty high on this so far. Yay or nay on that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm also researching.
Oh, okay.
So
you're gonna break the news because your screen paused for a second. I'm like, can I just talk to myself for 3 minutes here? So yeah, like that's where I'm at right now. I'm happy that we're not getting the dumb Sony. We're gonna get a good competitive. We're gonna go after each market type of Sony. So with that, before we break everything down, I want to thank our patrons over at patreon.com/badbit. I say it every week on the show. If we ever gotten you through a rough car ride, a long car ride, tough day at work, got you through the whole situation of the world, it really would mean a lot. Patreon.com/badbit. We've been able to do so many awesome things like streams like these because of your generosity. And, Kyle, you're getting a new mic, hopefully by next week. That's all Patreon.
Coming on, I'll picking it up on Friday.
Oh, that's all Patreon funded. We're getting a new green screen because we're going to do fun stuff. That's coming in also on Friday for me. And then even more big surprises coming, your way in October. So with all that said, it goes straight back into the production of the show. Kyle, you got really excited, but before we share your excitement, I want to shout out our latest patron, Brian Hale. Thank you so much becoming a Bronze Plus tier member. I want to thank our gold members, Ryan Grant, Gavin Gottfried, Griffin West, Robbie Bobby Miller, Corey Schofelder, Erica Scherer, Jose Jimenez. Thank you all so much. And our Silver Plus members, Marcus O'Neill, Ray Martinez, JB the Purple Monkey, Tim Ulf himself. Thank you all so much. Again, your patronage, it means the world to us. Okay. We can't do what we do without your support. With that, Kyle, let's talk about why you're stunned. Yes.
Can I say it? All right. Yes. Breaking news 2 minutes ago. Jeff Keighley tweeted out a while ago, but I guess it's confirmed in a PlayStation blog. Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition announced for PS5 includes a remaster of Spider-Man of PS4. Improved character models, ray trace, reflections and shadows, better lighting, more vehicles, people on the street, 3 new suits, and it's $40 or $50.
Wow. So
it comes Miles Morales and a remaster of the PS4 Spider-Man comes with it.
Wow. Okay.
For $50.
Okay. All right. Not bad. I mean, then we can assume that Miles Morales. Well,
not bad.
Here's why I'm thinking that. So we're assuming Miles Morales is going to be a $39.99 game
on PS4. Yeah.
On PS4. Oh, PS4. But what about PS5?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the PS5, the Ultimate Edition with the remaster is $50. So I think probably alone it will probably be $40. Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I'm like that's all right is because of, hey man, you get that on the competitive box over there, Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So like they're already doing that for free. Us having to shell out an extra, well, let's just assume $10 isn't the worst thing in the world. But I would have rather liked that work in the box as is. You know what I mean? With that, Kyle, we'll talk more about Miles Morales in a sec. Let's break down this showcase game by game. Let's start with Final Fantasy 16, which was like at this point, along with the Series S, worst kept secret in games 2020. What were your thoughts? Because I am such a noob when it comes to Final Fantasy. My first Final Fantasy was Final Fantasy VII Remake for anybody new walking in to the show. So like, I'm very noobish when it comes to this series. Is it mostly like modern day stuff that Final Fantasy plays with? Because this Final Fantasy, it looks like it gets into that medieval fantasy. So take it away.
This is more akin to the old school Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy VII, and I still haven't played them all, but it's one of the ones that's more futuristic than the other ones, and 8 as well, but most of them kind of root themselves into this fantasy setting. And I am so excited for this. Even though I haven't played 15 yet, that is one of my shames. I hope to play it at some point. Maybe I can. The certain collection that we'll get into a little bit later. But this game just looked gorgeous. And they didn't outright say it, but that protagonist was talking about the girl. And in Project Athia, that from the last showcase, we followed around a girl jumping around. So I'm thinking maybe they are connected, and this is Project Athia. And the fact that like Gary Whitta is leading a team of writers for that game that maybe is Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah,
I just think the summons of Shiva and Ifrit or Ifrit, depending on how you want to say it, look awesome. I mean, I'm all in on this. I love the way this looked.
It looks like also the combat leans in on that 7 remake style. No HUD, of course. This was a PC gameplay. They let you know that right out front. Everything else we see is playing on a PlayStation 5. But so we can assume that this is a long ways out. But the combat itself looked really cool. Looked really solid. And I really did like the more like Middle Ages, kingdoms like aesthetic that they were going for here. So like as a Final Fantasy fan, I'm in just by the combat alone. We're fighting a knight right now. He's a dope looking knight with a polearm. It looks like it brings me back to Ghost of Tsushima when they're doing the 1-on-1 combat, samurai off standoffs. So yeah, I was really digging it. Also seeing like some dude get straight up decapitated. Yeah. It's like off-screen decapitation. I didn't expect that from Final Fantasy. Maybe I'm not wrong, but so far you're pumped on this game?
I'm very pumped.
Okay. Also, it says PlayStation 5 exclusive, console exclusive, which we can assume timed because of how Final Fantasies have been in the past, and there was an asterisk at the end of it. But yeah, this is awesome. This is a great way to start off the show, something that is a spoiled secret at this point.
Yeah.
With that, Kyle, let's get into the next ditty here.
Okay.
Which is Spider-Man Miles Morales.
All right. Can I update what I said earlier?
Yes.
With this, because the blog had a different price than what Jeff Keighley tweeted out. So the Ultimate Edition is going to be $69.99 on launch day.
Okay.
So that's still $40 probably for Miles and then $20 for remastered bundled with it.
Yeah.
What I assume is what the prices of those two parsed out would be.
Yeah. But what did you think about Miles Morales?
Oh my God. I can't wait to rewatch it because I was so focused on not ruining it for you since we were a little off kilter on the live reaction there. Man, everything just looks so good. The reflections, the neon lighting, and the food cars, the food trucks on the street, and just seeing the people walk around and living in Manhattan throughout this time, and that bridge sequence where he's fighting and the combat looks Spider-Man, but still different because Miles fights differently than Peter.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. What a set piece. I can't wait. Yeah,
man. And so like we have the backdrop that Miles's mom is running for some type of political office and that there are rival gangs vying for power here, along with a crooked, we could say Elon Musk-esque corporation involved as well. And the trickster, the tinkerer is the main villain as we know right now in this Miles Morales game. I gotta say, man, this game looked freaking great. Like, reminding myself of how I was playing Spider-Man PS4, looking at the gameplay here, there's a stark difference between Miles and Peter's fighting style. Like, yeah, you can see that they're in the same universe. The one thing that I think everybody was really worried about was like, are we using the same animations for Miles as we are for, or that we use for Parker that we're using for Miles, or is this going to look different? And the combat looks like it's less on gadgets and more on his abilities, which are more like AoE focus based. So you're seeing him using, the Venom Strike a lot in this game. And he's kind of using it first as to damage to bad guys. Then he's using it as a giant AoE. Then he's kind of using it as a grenade at one point. So like Miles's abilities themselves, it looks like are going to act the way gadgets were working in Spider-Man PS4. But like from what I saw right here, his suit looked amazing. The reflections off his suit looked fantastic. And yeah, like the sequence itself, the bridge, having a focus on not just fighting, but then also going out there and saving lives. That's what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. And so, yet again, I am so confident that Insomniac's they're going to treat this game right. Absolutely. Now, question for you, though, Kyle. Yeah. This is going to come out on PS4 as well, you said? Confirmation
apparently, from blog? Yeah.
If
I'll look into it again, but
so are you concerned? Don't look into it. Don't answer this question, you son of a gun. So, are you nervous, like buying this game as the launch game, that this is going to be at a DLC length? You know, we talk about Lost Legacy a lot and how much we love it, but like, what if this game is like a 3-4 hour, game?
Oh my god, I don't think it's a 3-4 hour game.
Yeah.
No,
what are you paying the length at? What would get you
minimum of 10 hours?
Minimum of 10, and you'd be fine with that?
I'd be well. Yeah, I'm 100% fine with that for sure.
Dude, seeing the combos he's doing in the air,
you're right. Going back through the blog real quick when you asked me that, it does say. Both PS5 and PS4 for Miles Morales.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. We know that some of you may transition to PS5 at different times, which is why it was important to us to release the latest title in the Marvel's Spider-Man universe on both consoles. The standard edition will be available digitally on the PlayStation 4 or physically at your local retailer for $49.99.
Okay. That seems fine with me.
I'm 100 seeing the amount of work that goes into this.
Yeah,
and the combat looks uptooled. The world looks better. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and the animations are just looking at Miles like pull this truck in. Like, it just looks incredible. I'm all right with it. I am less all right with like the PlayStation 4 remaster thing. I'll be honest, a little disappointed by that. I would like that. Just like, hey, you're a PlayStation fan. Here's a remaster on the house, but it is what it is. And I think, you know what, Insipid Ghost has been calling it for months, and I'm like, no, they've been saying PS5, and I'll trust the company's word until it changes otherwise. He was right on this. Definitely PS4, PS5. When you're just taking a look at how much money you're going to be losing, making this an exclusive, I don't think made much sense for Marvel. It makes sense for Sony. So seeing that more players are going to be able to play this game at holiday is great. And I think my question to you, Kyle, does this hinder the PlayStation 5 launch in terms of launch games on the console? Or do you think, no, just because this is played on another, console doesn't hinder my experience?
Won't hinder my experience at all.
Yeah.
You got to think of everything else that we've already known, third party that's coming to PS5. Mm-hmm. AC Valhalla, Cyberpunk, Watch Dogs Legion. The Ubisoft basically is coming to PS5. So there's still going to be plenty of stuff to play. Like, I'm not worried at all if it's only one major thing from Sony at launch. I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, I would be more concerned. And again, PlayStation channel, Xbox people don't kill me here. I would be more concerned of God of War 2, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah, a year afterwards, it's, PlayStation 4, PS5. No, I do want technology to be pushed. I do want that generational gap, but also respect to that generational gap. Saying, hey, play your old games on the PlayStation 5 type of deal. That's kind of what I'm wanting. But with that, Kyle, this one
can I jump in for more breaking news?
Oh my God.
This is from the PlayStation blog in Japan.
What?
From Japan.
Whoa.
Some PS5 launch games according to PlayStation Japan. Destruction All-Stars.
Okay.
Sackboy.
Okay.
Astro's Playroom, which comes preloaded no matter what. Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yep.
Demon Souls.
Holy shit.
According to PlayStation Japan.
Why would PlayStation Japan lie to us?
I don't know. I'm looking at the blog post itself, and they're all listed there. So.
Well, you know what I'm looking at right now?
What are you looking at right
game.
Now? Yes!
Talk about it, Kyle. Talk about Harry Potter.
All right, so let me be 100% clear here.
Yes.
I understand your trepidation with wanting to support this game because of J.K. Rowling being just the most dense and awful human being when it comes
read
to
the
trans
room,
lives.
lady. Just read
Seriously.
the room. Jesus.
Good God Almighty. I understand where your hesitation comes from. But as such a lifelong Harry Potter fan, all I want in a Harry Potter game is I don't want to play as Harry. I don't want to play as established characters. I want to create my own character, go to Hogwarts, take the classes, and just go about the world of this wizarding world in the Harry Potter universe. And that's what we got. That's what this looks like it is. And that is what is so exciting to me. That came out of nowhere, and I'm sure we're going to put my reaction on Twitter, because that didn't even enter my brain leading up to this event that we would see Harry Potter here. I for sure thought that was a Game Awards thing.
Yeah.
But nope, it was here. I think it looks beautiful, like them flying over that fields.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God. I'm so happy.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Like when you're talking about kind of like living a sim like life there in Hogwarts, because it's in the late 1800s, which I don't know when Harry Potter comes into play. Is that modern day Harry Potter?
I don't remember the modern day times.
Okay.
Like when it's supposed to take place.
So like calling someone like early 2000s, maybe late 90s.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one late 1800s. So like it gives a lot of room for you to explore Hogwarts if you're into that stuff. Not me, because I'm not a freaking dork. But it kind of reminded me like Sims in a way of like, yeah, you're going to your classes, you got home mech in 5 minutes, you got to try to beat the bell, and then like your recess is like going over and beating up ogres and zombies and all different types of monsters and whatnot, and yeah, creating your own character. That seemed really cool. So like if you're into the Harry Potter stuff, all right, this is cool. And this is a cool gift for PlayStation, yeah.
Another update from PlayStation America now. The launch day games are Astro's Playroom, Demon Souls, Destruction All-Stars, Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, Sackboy Big Adventure. Interesting to note.
Yes.
That both Demon Souls and Destruction All-Stars, which was part of the montage, we saw that back a couple months ago, are both $69.99.
Ooh, that next gen price.
Sackboy is $59.99.
Okay.
And we said the Ultimate Edition for Miles is $69.99. Okay. And then Astro's Playroom is already pre-installed.
All right. So it goes into what Activision and 2K have said. Is that these are the prices going forward. Got to bite the bullet. Sucks.
But there you go. Demon Souls launch.
Oh, man.
That's for you. That's for you, Joe.
That's for me, Kyle. Hold that thought for just a sec.
Yep.
A second.
I'm sorry. I should have held on to it, but I can't. I'm so excited.
It's all right, because speaking of Call of Duty, that was next on the list. Call of Duty. At this point, it's become Fast and the Furious with some of the sequences. Now, you told us during the stream this wasn't your... Or you know what you're getting from Call of Duty. You didn't watch the trailer before. Nope. Now having to watch it because you're on a PlayStation show, you're watching this live on twitch.tv/PS Trophy Room. What were your thoughts on this? Did it change your mind?
Does it look cool? Absolutely. I'm not going to lie to you there. Mm-hmm. Am I chomping at the bit to spend my money on this for a campaign because I'm not going to touch multiplayer? I don't know yet.
Right.
I don't know yet. But it does look super cool. I love the body shields thing. I wouldn't say love how gruesome it is, because this guy went overkill.
How so? Which guy?
The fact that he took the pin out of a grenade, tug it on this guy's shirt, pushed him towards an explosive barrel, and then shot the explosive barrel while the grenade went off, and then went to the next guy with the knife, stuck it in his neck, and then shot him point blank in the temple.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, dude, he was dead. Knock out, dude. He's done. He's over.
Yeah, right?
Overkill. From what I've seen, just make this brief, I'm really in on this game. Surprisingly, and like maybe it's the animatronic Reagan that was brought back to life, but like I'm in. It looks good, and I'll be. The cool thing, if you're a PlayStation just member, or just a PlayStation player, it looks like you're just able to play the beta on Friday, in alpha on Friday through this weekend. So I believe the 18th to the 20th, you'll be able to play Call of Duty multiplayer. Awesome. For free. That's great. And again, I'll be playing that. I'll be streaming that. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. The next game on the list. Oh God.
Sorry, I looked at chat and Luke's got me worried.
What's he saying?
So don't show Kyle the new Batman trailer. What, huh?
I'm sorry, there's a new Batman? Chat, apparently. What's going on here? We have a show to do, chat. You can't just say things like that and then just nothing happens afterwards. Okay? You're going to interrupt the show. You got to put us a link and then
I think I know what he means. Ethan, the new Batman as far as like violence goes.
Ah, right. I'm vengeance.
I got you, Luke. I got you.
You
got me all flustered. I'm like, Gotham Knights?
Don't tease me with a good time. Gosh. Resident Evil 8, though. Talking about things that are spooky experiences. This had me spooked. Is this something up your alley?
No. I will enjoy watching people play this game. But it looks interesting from a world point of view.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For me, as someone who got into Resident Evil with 7, having it first person after taking a break from first person with 2 remake and 3 remake, it's cool that it looks like we're getting werewolves, maybe vampires, because that creepy witch lady really freaks me out. But like, it's also telling a twisted storybook tale at like during the trailer. It looked weird. It looked unsettling. That's what I want from a Resident Evil game. I'm totally in. So if you're into the first person perspective, this is a game that's wants your attention. So
yeah,
with that, definitely in. This is, I think they said early 2021. If I'm not mistaken.
I think they just said 2021. Not no quarters or anything, just 2021.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Let's talk
about
Deathloop.
I got the Wario Twitter thread up. So.
Oh, look at you! What about Deathloop? Because this is a game that was supposed to be a launch title, isn't anymore.
Q2 2021 is
Q2 2021. What are your thoughts on this? Because you were really high on this game when we first saw it at the first PlayStation showcase.
Even before then, of the E3 last year, when there was that Bethesda show. Yeah, this game looks super cool. I love the whole style of it. Of you are taking out these mannequins that are trying to kill you, and you gotta assume that those are people like controlling them somewhere else, so that way they don't have to like die in real life.
Ooh, that's a good thought. I didn't think about that.
Except for like the leaders are the ones running the show, and they're actually there.
Yeah.
But the thing that actually got me the most hyped during that is at the end where they showed you can like cut a supply line or something and get 2 of the 8 people that you're trying to gun down to break the loop in the same area at the same time, and you can kill them at the same time. Makes me wondering, like, how far out does that reach? Like, can I get all 8 in the same spot at the same time and get them all in one shot and break the loop like that? Like, there's going to be so much trial and error and fun problem solving that way, which is what Dishonored is. Like, Dishonored, because Arcane made Dishonored and they're making Deathloop. The fact that you can go through a level in your own way, and there's so many different paths and ways to get through it. So they've got to put that same thought into this. And if you can, like, outthink the enemies and outthink the game and make it so you're taking out multiple people, like, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
My thoughts on Deathloop. This one actually got me more sold on the game. I was already really positive on it, but watching this gameplay here, it gave me BioShock vibes of how everybody seems just off their rocker, and that like 70s aesthetic really, really speaks to me. So like, this is definitely up my alley. And more breaking news, Kyle, which now has me a little worried, right? Sackboy, not so much, but, Horizon, Forbidden West is coming to PlayStation 4 as well.
Okay,
you're fine with it. I don't know if I am. I gotta stick to my guns here and say, I want a next gen experience. I don't want to, just a jump experience. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I get it.
All right. Listen, it looks like we may have to break this out into 2 shows.
Have I said that I was crushed and was bad before? I don't think I have.
No, you're you know what you are? You're a good person. So you don't think of these things as like,
if I have, that's my bad. But like, So what? More people can play the game?
But only I want to play this game, and I want to shut those other people out.
Well, that's you being selfish.
All right. So we're both high on Deathloop. Here's where I think it takes a slow turn here. Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition?
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know why this was there.
It launches digitally on PS5, so like, great. Yeah, awesome. This would have been a good time to do like an indie montage a little bit, because that trailer was a long trailer for DMC5.
Yeah.
And also, I think you could have hit a bunch in there.
Another breaking news.
I have some breaking news that I've been holding on till the end of the show. So.
Oh my god. Okay, you want me to? This could be it.
Go ahead. No, go for it.
PS5 pre-orders will be available starting as early as tomorrow at select retailers.
Yeah, that was it. I was holding that.
Okay. So be on the lookout, people that are listening to this on Friday. You already missed out.
And so apparently some retailers might even have them up today.
Today? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good to know.
That was a Jeff Keighley thing, but who knows?
When it comes to, I'm just trying to skip to the Demon's Souls stuff. When it comes to this game, there's a lot riding on it in terms of like, this is, for those of you who don't know, Demon's Souls is the thing that started it all for a genre that I very much love. And I understand like seeing the starting area, seeing like your hub world, seeing how beautiful it looks, seeing the first boss and how, in a weird way, very beautiful it looks. Like the world looks like so freaking great, and the fog that surrounds you seems so thick. And at the same exact time, when you're going through all these enemies, seeing you go from level to level just like that, no load times, that was impressing me. Like going through the mist, going through the fog usually is a fast experience, but it was instant. There was a part where you're teleporting from one level to the second level. There is no load times here. And I think this is a terrific example of showing a game that genuinely Souls-like experiences, not the smoothest, like I'm thinking of Bloodborne here, but seeing this game, seeing just how good it looked, how smooth it was running, has me so pumped. And I hope that what we saw here, this like no HUD aesthetic, I hope that's a thing, because I would love that.
Yeah. That's why I said during the live show is that I love the look with no HUD on it.
Yeah.
You just you need to look around. I mean, obviously I know how Souls games work, and that's impossible. You need to know how much health you have and whatever, but like, it's so pretty. Interesting to note though, the gameplay trailer that is separate does have it as an asterisk of not available on other consoles for a limited time.
It says Demon's Souls?
On the end of the gameplay trailer, it says asterisk not available on other consoles for a limited time.
I'm seeing that,
which is shocking to me.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe that only refers to PC, but I would be shocked if this game comes to Xbox.
Yeah, because this is Sony.
It says a PlayStation Studios title.
Yeah,
so I don't know why it says that.
Yeah,
unless that is like it's got to be referring to PC.
We got some mysteries to uncover here.
Yeah.
For me, right when it cuts to gameplay, I saw nothing else. Like it just goes to the next frame for me.
They put all the trailers up afterwards on their own. It's on one of those. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, after Demon's Souls, we see Fortnite.
Woo!
That's coming at launch. And look,
here's
Fortnite,
where I was worried.
What it is. Yeah, go for it.
Here's where I was worried. It's like, oh god, we go from Demon's Souls, which could have been the very last thing, and then Fortnite, and at that point, it was already 4:40 p.m. our time, and we knew the show was only 40 minutes long.
Right.
I'm like, oh god, we're not gonna leave without anything else. It's gonna be Fortnite, and then maybe the price and date.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, oh no.
Yeah, that did have me a bit worried, but then we saw something after Fortnite called the PlayStation Plus Collection. And again, since this is just reactions, we don't know per se what the collection is, but what we can...
I'm going to try to look it up.
Please. So what we saw here was like Last of Us Remastered. We saw Bloodborne, you got to see me shout, put my hands in the air, wave them around like I just don't care. Uncharted 4. We saw a whole bunch of games that define the PlayStation 4's generation. It seems like with the launch of PlayStation 5, if you're a PlayStation Plus owner, these games are coming to you. So these like November is going to be a very big month. We also see Final Fantasy, what is it, 15. We saw Fallout 4, and then I think also like Battlefield 1 as well.
Yeah, I have the full list from Twitter,
it.
But here's what it says about it on the blog post. For PlayStation Plus members, we'll have a special new offering on PS5. The PlayStation Plus Collection. PS5 owners with PS Plus will be able to download and play a curated library of PS4 games that define the generation, like Batman Arkham Knight, Bloodborne, Fallout 4, God of War, Monster Hunter World, Persona 5, and many more. The PS Plus Collection will be an added benefit to the existing PS4 benefits that PS Plus members receive for a single subscription price. Now, it had double asterisks. Let me find what that one means. Availability of PlayStation Plus collection titles may vary by country. The PlayStation Plus collection is not available in China. But here's everything that was in there. You got God of War, Bloodborne, Monster Hunter World, Final Fantasy 15, Fallout 4, Mortal Kombat 10, Uncharted 4, Ratchet & Clank, Days Gone, Until Dawn, Detroit, Battlefield 1, Infamous Second Son, Batman Arkham Knight, Last Guardian, The Last of Us Remastered, Persona 5, and Resident Evil 7. Holy crap.
Is that all coming at launch?
That is those are all PS4 titles available at the PS5 launch for download.
For download, okay.
For download,
if you're a PlayStation Plus member.
Correct.
Are they enhanced games?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a little weird on that one.
Yeah. Here's where it gets a little iffy. Again, we're reacting to this live. What does this spell for backwards compatibility?
Yeah.
That's a big question mark. That actually now has me concernicus a little bit here.
Has you concerned in what way?
I want to make sure that I'm playing the games I've bought digitally on my PS4 are working with my PS5. PS4 backwards compatibility, only thing I care about. And I think that's what this show was greatly lacked was tell me more about this console, because now I'm coming out with a bit more questions than answers here.
It does say on the graphic of PlayStation Plus Collection, it does say coming to PlayStation 5. So you're playing these on your PS5, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, like, let's just say, like, I bought... Again, we know Ghost of Tsushima is going to be on the PS5, but, like, my question, if it wasn't, like... let's take a random game. Let me look behind myself.
Yeah.
Like Red Dead Redemption 2, right?
Sure.
I bought Red Dead digital. Am I going to get that? Am I going to be able to play it on my PS5?
On your PS5.
That's the thing that I'm worried about.
So, yeah. Yeah, I can see why you have more questions there. Maybe, you know what I'll do? Since it's a thing, let me see if that PAX panel is now no longer a mystery or still happening.
Okay.
Because that could definitely be more information that they need to talk about.
Yeah. And I think that's where this showcase kind of falls flat for me, where it's like, we do need more information, like, on what this console is capable of. Like, $69.99 for games, that's an unfortunate reality of, like, 10 plus years, 15 plus years of not having a pricing piece. I get it. Inflation, it's a thing. Cool. But can I at least play, let's just say if I already bought Spider-Man, well, can that game just come over? Right? If I've bought Bloodborne, why do I need this collection in order to play it? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the questions that really need answers for me, because if these are enhanced games and more games get enhanced over time, I'm a lot finer with that. But for me, that is where I get alarmed as an owner, because I want to make sure that my digital library is getting caught up to me. Right. If I bought physical, I get it. You're not like, there's no way to, if you want to then go to the digital console, there's no way of playing that backwards compatibility. I understand that. That is a choice for buying physical and then switching. I understand that. But if this is just, we want to nickel and dime you and make this service seem more attractive than it actually is, that concerns me a little bit. Did you get anything on that?
No.
Okay, then we'll wait for that for next show, because the next thing we're talking about,
there is a confirmation the pre-orders are live tomorrow. Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You
heard that? Wait outside your GameStops, fight those grandmas, but don't worry.
It's a pandemic, Joe. Don't tell people to wait outside.
Fight them. All right, these grandmas, listen, you already got the upper hand. They're so confused. They don't know which way's up. They don't know even what PS5 they're buying, let alone Xbox. November 12th, coming out. You were 1 day away, my man. How does it feel?
Well, no, I said November 20th.
Oh, you said 20th.
So I saw the rest of the world date before I saw the top one. So I saw November 19th. I'm like, oh man, I was so close. But no, November 12th is what it is for us.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So excited. I don't know. Thoughts?
I'm just happy. I know the date.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know when I go into my GameStop tomorrow, because guess what? It's happening. I'm going to walk in like, give me that physical disc version of PS5, please.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And
I'm
then
all
I'll
about that
walk
digital
away.
life, baby.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. We finally know the price. $399, $499. Which, shout out to Sony for doing that, matching this Xbox Series X for its system. And the digital only, which is basically just the PS5, it has all the same hardware in there for $399. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Now and that's where things get cool again.
Yeah.
We were nervous what Sony we're talking about here. It looks like we're getting we're aware that the competition exists, Sony. $399 for the digital version, gets that 3-digit out there, gets people looking at that digital console. That's a console I'll be picking up. That's a console I'll be pre-ordering. Then for the physical edition, it is $499. So it's going to match side by side with the Xbox Series X. And that said, it's going to be a good console generation, man. No matter where you slice it, if you're an Xbox fan, I think you're getting what you want. I think if you're a PlayStation fan, you're getting more what you want. I think everybody's a winner here. And I know how cliche that sounds, but like, fucking awesome. I was so happy, seeing that price tag, because I was worried about the direction where this company was going. And maybe that's because I hang around with too many Xbox people and Sean's trying to peer pressure me every 2 seconds, right? But like, seeing that price tag has me confident that Sony is aware. So I'm definitely all in. And with that, Kyle, did you say one last time what the launch list of titles
of what the games are?
PlayStation 5? Yeah.
Absolutely. So, launch day for PS5, November 12th. You got Astro's Playroom, which is already pre-installed. Demon Souls for $69.99. Destruction All-Stars from Lucid Games at $69.99. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, $49.99. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition, which comes with a remaster of the PS4 Spider-Man, at $69.99. And Sackboy: A Big Adventure from Sumo Digital at $59.99. That's a pretty good launch lineup.
That's a pretty good launch lineup. I'm going to, right off the bat, I know the 3 I'm getting. Miles Morales, Sackboy, and Demon Souls.
I'm going to, I might even get all 4. I might even get all 4, but I don't know. I have to see more Destruction All-Stars.
Gosh. So, with that, before we get into our thoughts, I got the list over on Twitter. You can check the Casa de Bad bit for anybody's comments for what they thought. But writing in via Twitter, like you can too, at PS Trophy Room, is the most famous Seamus I've ever met in my entire life. My entire life. Write that down. Famous Seamus writes this. Excellent. Final Fantasy 16 was a great surprise. Really great look at games like Call of Duty, Cold War, Resident Evil 8, Miles Morales, Hogwarts game looks good. That's all I could say about that. New God of War was a great ending. See GIF. Only low point was the Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Overall, great show. We forgot about God of War 2.
Oh yeah,
that gave us the Metroid the Metroid PNG image that Nintendo gave us.
They totally did not have to do a one more thing.
They didn't. We were already running high, but they're like, you know what? Let's take you on this trip one step further. We got the God of War symbol. We got the music. 2021. Jesus, what a time to be alive! What a time to be a
Ragnarok is coming.
So in 2021, we're getting Ratchet and Clank. We're getting Horizon Zero Dawn. Sorry,
Forbidden
Horizon
West.
2, Forbidden West, right? And God of War. If everything pans out right.
And Gotham Knights, third party. And
yeah.
Whew, man, big year.
Yeah. Whew. So, Todd Burowitz writes in, got to have it. Sorry, got to have. Love the collection idea and awesome sound and graphics. Yes. And then PlayStation Slave 1.0. I don't know who this person is, but you need to upgrade to 2.0. Your firmware is out of date.
Or 5.0. We're at PlayStation 5. I feel like you have to upgrade.
You're right. You need to upgrade like 4 times, man. So I did not read this too much, so who knows, they could say something awful. We just need pre-order date now so we can get one of these bad boys. Okay. Hey, Mr. Badbit, no capping with Boom. $100 cheaper. It's a wrap. That's right. No cap means, I think, no lie.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it
Sorry.
This 1.0 guy's got it. So yeah, no, $100 cheaper. I mean, that is something to consider going into this holiday. But again, I think if you're an Xbox fan, you got what you got or want with the series. And I think if you're a PlayStation fan, you got what you want out of this event. Kyle, do we have anything with the Casa de Bad Bit Discord server?
Just one.
Okay.
Looks like I'm looking at the Trophy Room channel.
Okay.
So we got from Mr. Nasty Boots. Important question. Final Fantasy 16 says it's exclusive, but I remember Final Fantasy 15 was supposed to be exclusive and launched on Xbox day and day. What's your thoughts? I think it's PC, PS5. I think they made a deal like they did with Deathloop and whatnot. Maybe it is a year later you'll get Final Fantasy 16. But
yeah. Yeah, I definitely think they pay for exclusivity just like they did with Remake. And even not, like, if it's just like PlayStation and PC, that's a huge get. But I do think it's a timed exclusive. Spider Jedi writes on the Twitch chat, let me pull it up closer because I'm old and my eyes don't look as good as they once did. Spider Jedi writes, I'm looking forward to playing Miles Morales on my PS4 Pro, baby. Glad I don't need to upgrade right away to play it. Yeah, I mean, that's the other point.
I get it. Yeah,
I'm more selfish. I want that just on PlayStation 5, but Kyle's over here like, no, everybody, let's gather around. Let's be.
I mean,
nice
to be fair,
people.
am I only going to play it on PS5? Absolutely,
Yeah.
I am. But me just scrolling through Twitter a little bit and seeing friends of the show like Emmett Watkins being like, "Oh man, I can't wait to purchase the next gen console next year." Because there is confirmation of the games that he was looking for can also be played on PS4. So we are in the time of the pandemic. We've said it. Like, people are not working. People don't have the money to drop on a new system. So, like, that's awesome. Yeah, I really like that they're making it more accessible.
Controllers are $70. This comes from Irish Joe in the chat. He also says 3D headphones are $100 as well, which is pretty cool. Kyle, it looks like there is going to be a lot of news to cover from now until next week.
Yeah, man.
Do you want to have another show tomorrow once everything's finalized? This is all up to you right here, right now.
I'll let you know.
You'll let me know?
I'll let you know.
You're gonna let
we could just go big next week.
Go big next week, but Kyle,
big.
There's so much news.
Well, we can't go big next week because like Friday's Night City Wire.
Oh my goodness.
We'll probably have some of that news on the show.
Oh my god.
So like, if anything, maybe Saturday we can get together and record like after Night City Wire.
You know what? That may
give
make
it a few days for the dust to settle.
If
anything else pops up.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. With that said, this has been the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. That's been it. This has been a show. Before we wrap up though, I got a question for you. The only time when we ever rate anything. How was the showcase? How confident do you feel walking out of this showcase?
Are we doing it on a scale of 10?
Okay. Yeah, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
10. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Not perfect. There was that lull there. Mm-hmm. But coming with genuine surprises of things that I was not expecting to see. Harry Potter and God of War 2. Surprising us with the price being, matching Series X, which, shocking. I I think it was a great conference. You know what I'm going to do tonight, though? I think I'm going to watch, once again, the one from July, and then this back-to-back.
Ooh.
And just, see it all there. But, yeah, it was really... And the PlayStation Plus collection is huge for people that are jumping into PlayStation for the first time. I don't know if those that don't have a PlayStation 4 at this point, but that's a solid group of games to play on PS5 on launch.
And so, what's your number one more time?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I'll go one step lower. I think this was a great conference. Or showcase. I think what they needed to show us was what you're getting at launch, what you're getting, a few months out, what you're going to look forward to in the future. And I think they hit that all really well. The one thing that I don't like, and I'm going to be real, and I get it, again, showcase, whatever. I should have gotten dates on some of the games that are coming. Like Sackboy, give that some time. Like seeing more launch games, like the Demon Souls segment, I think that may have been an error on their part for not showing that. I think maybe someone in a Premiere accidentally snipped it out, didn't know.
Sure. Yeah.
But like having that be like, what is this? What? There was a lot of asterisks next to these games, which I think I would have just appreciated more clarification on. So like when it comes to Demon Souls, that's not coming to Xbox. We could toss that out. That's a PlayStation owned IP. So we know it's coming to PC as well. Just say it's coming to PC too. I don't care. Mm-hmm. So yeah. And then also like games being 69, nice. A 99, not nice. Being $70 is a hard pill that we're going to have to swallow. As from, what I don't like to say, like, I got insider information, but like from the information that I've gathered, more and more studios have been wanting to push this for a while now. So though it sucks, this is something that we've had $59.99 games for a while now. And I think Steve in the chat said this is an opportunity for games to scale when it comes to monetization. So I understand that. So for me, I think like most of these games I am getting, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I would have liked a little bit more clarification on certain aspects of what we were seeing.
My question to you, Joe, before we head out of here and end the conversation for now.
Sure.
Because there are so many questions of like that, and that we have Destruction All-Stars and Sackboy as launch games, and we still really haven't seen a whole lot of either of those, are we getting a state of play in October?
Yes. Okay. I think if we're not
early, middle, late? Exactly a month from today?
I would like to say on my birthday. When's my birthday? It's October 4th. Let's see what date that is.
So a few weeks from now?
Yeah, I would like to see in October 4th is a Sunday. That's the Lord's Day. So how about this? October 5th. Close enough for me. Okay. Beginning like the first week of October, maybe second week. But yeah, we need to see these games be rolled out. Maybe even late. But like, I want to see these games be rolled out, but also on their own accord, like having like Sackboy like drop a gameplay trailer on a random Tuesday, having, Destruction All-Stars drop on a random Wednesday, that type of stuff. And I think that's what we're going to expect as well. What do you think when it comes to when we're going to see, if we're going to see a state of play?
I think we absolutely are going to see it. I think it's going to be, I could say a week from, or a month from like today, around this month. Man, I can't speak all of a sudden. Okay, better way to phrase it. A month leading out of PS5, so October 12th.
Okay.
Sometime a few days before, a few days after around that time.
All right. My question for you, how confident are you in PlayStation? Like, did this show you... Do you have confidence in the brand? Because I know past few days we were like, where's PlayStation going here? Do you have that confidence with this company right now? Yeah,
because they're listening. They understand that they can't make the mistakes of PlayStation past. I am very confident in them. Although, and I see Sean in chat, Sean Capri.
Right.
I agree with him that this whole exclusive talk needs to be reworded, more clear.
Yes.
People need to know what they mean by exclusive.
Right.
Not just a little asterisk and then tiny text down at the bottom.
Yeah.
There needs to be some sort of clear talk about exclusives. I 100% agree with that one.
Yeah, I definitely 110% agree with that
because
as well.
like I was on this show. I don't know if it was at that point, but like when Xbox did it with Tomb Raider, I was really, really salty about it because it wasn't communicated very well in my eyes.
Yeah,
and this
Sean
is almost
Capri
leading towards that same way.
It's misleading and deceptive.
Yeah.
And I think that's right. And I think, Sean, if you were brave enough, you would say the same for the Xbox showcase and do the same exact thing for every Xbox game that we saw there. How about that, Sean? Especially when it came to Halo. And then they told you it was a 6-month-old build like a day afterward, Sean. How about take that, you son of a bitch?
Do I have to leave the room? Do you guys need it?
I hate him. I hate his guts. No, I'm only kidding. I love him so much. I kid. Xbox fans out there go, how dare you? I'm joking around. Cool it. We're joking. We're having fun. I know, Sean. We kiss. We touched once. It was in New York. Rome, New York. It's a real place. Look it up. Google Maps.
It is. Yeah.
I touched his face. He touched mine. It was beautiful. With that, before we exit the show... and derail it any further, since this is a main episode of the show, we gave this person a shout out. I want to give them another one here. On last episode, I want to give them another one here. Each and every week, you can head over to Apple Podcasts, rate us 5 stars there, write us in, and you get a chance to be entered into winning your next generation game on the house on us. With that said, we are at 84. Just in America. What's that?
We can now officially say you can get Demon Souls, Miles Morales, Destruction All Stars, or Sackboy on us.
On us.
Get us to 100 reviews.
What podcast is doing that for you? Just name one. I dare you. Where's Roxas writes? Absolutely love this show so much. Only PlayStation podcast where every segment of every show or every episode has me actively listening, interested. Appreciate your guys being outspoken on social issues, especially being part of a community in which doing so is considered a no-no. Thanks for getting me through many a long day at work. Thank you so much, Roxas. Seriously, when, we said the last episode, we'll say here, building this community, it's all about building the community you want. And what I want here is a community where no matter race, religion, gender identity, sexuality, political preference, whatever the case may be, I want you to feel welcomed here. I want everybody to respect each other as such as well. And seeing the community we've made, seeing how awesome everybody is to each other, except Sean Capri, he can suck it. It's amazing to see. And it honestly, when I see these reviews, I know we're in the right direction. So I want to thank you so much. Kyle, any words as well?
I love each and every single one of you that take time out of your day to listen to us. It blows my mind that we have even just a few people or one person that chooses to listen to us talk about PlayStation and games. So like, thank you. I love you. You've literally changed my life. Yeah. And I don't say that lightly. Like it's been a game changer. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it seriously has. Like what you said, like even if it's just one person, it's like every week we're getting a review. Like it's just like amazing. We're so touched. We're so blown away. So thank you all so much. With all that said, Kyle, anything you want to pimp out before we leave?
Whodat Ninja 73 on Twitter and on PSN. Getting a lot of friend requests still. Appreciate you. KindaNYC.com and at KindaNYC on Twitter. The PAX panel that I was a part of, the very best ranking the Pokemon spin-off games, is now live on our YouTube page at youtube.com/KindaNYC.
Awesome. And like always, you can find us here over at youtube.com/BadBitGames, where we talk about all things game news, reviews, and unboxings, and where we have the video version of the trophy room each and every Thursday there. You can find the audio version of this podcast on any podcast service of your choice, whether that's Apple Podcasts, whether that's Spotify. I heard Amazon's now has one. It's new. We'll be there by next week, baby. There's no stopping us. So make sure you're subscribed all there. And with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation.